Welcome back, Kryptonians, to the Chart Experts continuing coverage of Bitcoin and the crypto charts. Welcome back. And it's been a while. In a way, a lot's happened, and in a way, a lot hasn't happened, really. Starting off with, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin and the whole of the crypto market, really, because I do want to pay some attention to the altcoins as well in this particular video, because of what's happened in the recent days and weeks, and how it's all shaping up, really, just to give you a broad picture of what my thoughts are on the crypto market. Okay, so starting off with Bitcoin, you've seen my Twitter post, the pinned post, which basically said that let's go to it, and then you can see it. Okay, so this was posted on January the 16th, and I said Bitcoin, this point in time is going to be historic for one of two reasons. Number one, confirming the fact that the rich are greedy. This will be confirmed if 108 in Bitcoin was the market top. Or number two, transfer of wealth, if the market continues to move higher without manipulation. And what did we get? Well, the rich can be relied upon to be greedy, can't they? Because the story just does not change in that regard. You've got the big money, the whales, they move the market according to whatever way makes them richer, and that's what we've seen in the last few months, really, isn't it? So moving back to the Bitcoin chart on a monthly basis, what we can see is the fact that 108, 109, whatever it was, is still the top, and we have been forecasting that we expect Bitcoin to consolidate now, to allow accumulation to occur. So that means corrective price action, moving sideways, moving downwards, moving sideways. But generally, even if you look at the past few corrections, even if this is not a major correction that's occurring here, we can see 1, 2, 3 red candles, 1, 2, 3 red candles, and so far we've only seen 1 and 2 red candles. Okay, however, we do expect this correction to be more substantial over a period of time. Okay, that will allow the whales to accumulate the Bitcoin, and that will put them in the best position possible in which to then sell that Bitcoin at a later stage in a further bull market. Okay, so the rich are greedy. We do expect them to continue to accumulate, but they don't want to be pushing price higher, because that means paying more money for what they can acquire far more easily with price moving downwards. Okay, so the range as we see it is basically around about 40k to 100, and let's just say 100k. Okay, so 40 to 100k, that's the range. We saw the ETFs being introduced at the beginning of last year, and we expect this to be the accumulation range. Okay, so how it plays out, well, there's so many different variations that can play out, really, but we do expect Bitcoin to continue within this range, okay, to allow the accumulation, and whilst that is happening, we expect to see a rotation occurring. So we've pointed to the rotation previously. We continue to expect to see rotation occurring, rotation out of Bitcoin and into the altcoin market. Now, normally how this occurs is the major projects like Ethereum, Solana, those projects will probably get the money first. We've also pointed to the fact that they might try to, let's just say, play the market, should we say, because Bitcoin is not the only game in town. There are smaller forks of Bitcoin that can be pumped, and today we're seeing a pump in Bitcoin Cash to the tune of 20%. Will that continue? Only the whales know in that regard, but it's interesting to see at how we had forecast that, and it seems to be playing out really. So let's see what happens there. But any movement away from Bitcoin, more attention being given to other projects, that basically encourages selling of Bitcoin and movement into the altcoins, and that's what we were forecasting for the last few months anyway. So that's what we expect to continue to see. So now, taking a quick look at the total 3 charts, we can see that like the total crypto chart, total 3, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, is still in a strong uptrend, and we expect that uptrend to continue and to accelerate. Okay, as we see the continuation of the digitization of our world onto the blockchain, we expect most of this to occur on Ethereum and Solana. Hence the big 3 that we cover on our Patreon channel. Okay, so big 3 being Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Okay, so we were expecting macro corrections to occur in the big 3 to allow accumulation to occur in preparation for the big moves higher. Okay, so we've seen the big move in Bitcoin already. We expect now rotation into Ethereum and Solana, and broadly that's what we see happening in the next few weeks and months. Okay. Now, looking at Ethereum, so we mentioned Ethereum, we expect the rotation to occur into Ethereum, and we can see that Ethereum has now reached and is well within that support zone that we highlighted in our previous Patreon posts. Okay, so this is an area where we expect strong accumulation to occur in Ethereum, and that will basically facilitate the rotation out of Bitcoin and into Ethereum. And moving on to the Ethereum USD charts, we can see that the Ethereum movement of price has been building a strong base. Okay, so we were expecting here we'd highlighted that we expected the price to move downwards to allow accumulation to occur in Ethereum, and that's what we've seen. We've seen liquidity being taken at around about 2100 in Ethereum, and but what we can also see from the point of view of our algorithm, this is now a strongly bullish chart. Okay, so this sort of structure where we've seen a range and then a range on top of a range, this really is building the base for price to move higher, strongly higher. Okay, that's not to say that price can't move lower. Anything can happen in markets where the whales needs to accumulate Ethereum, for example, they could move price lower still, but generally this sort of pattern and structure is strongly bullish. Okay, so this is the base that has been built for the upcoming bull market, in our opinion. So now we expect to see the altcoins now. We're not talking about meme coins here. We're talking about strong projects that have good teams behind them, that have a purpose, that have real world functionality, that will allow businesses to move onto the blockchain where appropriate. It's not always appropriate, obviously, but wherever appropriate, those projects, those strong altcoins, we expect those to now get a grip of themselves, because they have sold off heavily following the correction in Bitcoin and Ethereum. But now we expect those altcoins to get a hold of themselves and to really start to push higher. Okay. Now obviously lots of games can be played in the interim period. Price could move up and down and all sorts, but generally we expect to see a strong altcoin market in the upcoming weeks and months ahead. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please give the video a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and support us on our Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/chart experts. That's this bit here. Okay, again, this is not financial advice. It's simply our opinion, but it's a valid one, isn't it? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. So, but we have a good track record of forecasting market moves, and we expect it to continue. So, hey, take care of yourself and your crypto. Till next time. Thumbs up, and bye bye.